there's a million reasons why the Minnesota Vikings should fire head coach Mike Zimmer. Poor game management, piss poor defense, even though that's supposed to be his specialty. Wanting an offense from the 1920s, poor locker room management as well. But there are four main reasons why Ziggy and the Wilfs and Vikings ownership should take action now. Today, because if they are going to fire Zimmer, it's going to be today, because Tuesday is game planning day with the coaches. Wednesday is the first day of practice for a Sunday game. So if the Vikings are going to move on, they should do it now. And also, they don't delay the inevitable. Just rip off the Band-Aid, because there's zero goose egg, D'Angelo Russell chance that Zimmer will be the head coach of the Vikings in 2022. I think that fans would literally revolt and riot. Actually, it wouldn't even be that bad, because they would just tune out. They would just not care. And that is the worst thing for a professional sports team. But Zimmer's gone. Just do it now. So here are four reasons. Number one, like we mentioned, the fans are tuning out. And U.S. Bank Stadium notably was nearly half Cowboys fans. Like, it was loud and proud for the Cowboys. But because Vikings fans are sick of Zimmer ball. Because you would think, off a bye, champing at the bit to get back to football, 3-3 team, won your last two games in dramatic fashion, and prime time, Halloween night, that, hey, this thing is going to be packed, it's going to be purple, it's going to be everything. But no, it really was not. And season ticket holders sold their tickets. They chose not to attend the games, so they put their tickets on the secondary market. And in the secondary market, Vikings fans were like, pass. Ain't going to go to the Halloween game, primetime against Dallas, right? And Cowboys fans lined up in the queue and just hammered all of those tickets. That's exactly what happened. And the first thing to go is attention, because people tuning things off. Oh, they're watching the Wolves. Oh, they're watching the Wild. Oh, they're going hunting. All that stuff. So that is important, because apathy is the worst thing for a sports team. Love us, hate us, just don't be like, indifferent to us, because that is the worst. That is the worst, because the wallet comes next, because maybe those season ticket holders who are so fast to sell their seats for the Cowboys game, maybe they don't renew in 2022. Maybe all those people who would have bought tickets in a normal season, they don't buy tickets anymore because Zimmer is still in charge. No one wants to watch a Vikings team try to win 13-10. All right, so that means no ticket purchases. All those prices go down. No parking, no concessions, no jerseys, no Miller Lights, all that stuff. So all of that goes away. So it is a monetary decision as much as anything. Number two, the players are tuning out. They are, because you look at the post-game press conference comments of Thielen and Cousins. You can tell, like, they're like that far away from going full Travis Bickle on this thing, right? Full on taxi driver. But Zimmer has already lost the locker room, and you can be a gruff a-hole when you're winning, a la Belichick. But when you're losing, and it's because of your incompetence, and it's because of your side of the ball, it's a little rough. It is a little rough. 20 and 30-year-old millionaires will absolutely tune you out. They will. So it's over. It's over. He's lost them. Next up, reason number three why the Vikings should move on from Zimmer. They're still open 2021. Stop laughing. Stop laughing. And because the Vikings are firmly in the NFC playoff race. They are. The Panthers are currently the 7th seed at 4-4. Vikings have the head-to-head matchup win, because why not? Vikings are chilling in the 8th seed, and the Vikings play a very flawed Niners team here in a couple of weeks. So the Vikings, also with 5 division games left, essentially control their own destiny. They can easily sneak into the wild card spot, and then we'll see what happens in the playoffs. But by punting on Zimmer, you can elevate Andre Patterson, give him the interim head coaching title, and then have him let Clint Kubiak open up this offense. Because we see it. We see on the opening drives on scripted plays, this offense can be one of the best in the league. Absolutely. Going back to week 2, you go shot for shot with the Arizona Cardinals, one of the best offenses in the NFL, except for Thursday night against Packers. Thanks, AJ Green. Whatever. But you've seen in spurts that this offense can be elite, and you see superstars at every single position on this team on offense. And you're just like, why? Why is this team just so incompetent? Why does this team go 1-13 on third down? Is it because of the mandate from above to play conservative football? I think it is. So if Clint Kubiak is allowed to just call his plays, just like YOLO style, like he does on those scripted plays, on those opening drives, woo. Plus, getting rid of Zimmer getting the locker room back could be that jolt of adrenaline to have a dead cat bounce, and maybe the Vikings make something out of this season. But you should tank. Now, I thought fans only wanted to lose to get rid of Zimmer, and I think you've already achieved that. And also, a higher draft pick does not guarantee instant success. Look at Detroit, look at Jacksonville, look at the Jets, look at historically the Bengals. Also, the Vikings potentially going on a run after firing Zimmer could bring back some good vibes to that locker room. Hopefully that would convince players to stay in free agency, young players to sign a second contract, etc. Plus having some butts in the seats is great monetarily for the team, so all that stuff. Lastly, reason number 4 why the Vikings should fire Mike Zimmer, right? Meow. Start the vetting process. Now, of course, head coaching interviews don't happen until January. But start the process of reaching out to agents, gauging the market, who's going to be in, who's going to be out, all of that stuff. And do your due diligence on the next head coach of the Vikings, preferably from the offensive side of the ball. Right there. And the Vikings, with this talented of a roster, with ownership who's not afraid to spend money, as well as a very stable up at the top, as well as a general manager, and I think that Spielman survives this, by the way, who's very adept at acquiring talent. Now, does the coaches always use that talent? Not necessarily, right? But he's also not afraid to swing for the fences. This is easily going to be the top opening in the NFL this offseason. If and when Zimmer is fired, the Vikings gig is going to be the plum gig. It's going to be the one that everyone wants to go all in on because you can win right away with this roster. Like we said, if the Vikings have better leadership as head coach this year, this is a Super Bowl talented roster. It is. It just absolutely is. But we'll see. I mean, will they move on in season? All the reasons are there. All the reasons are there, especially as this season starts drifting away. The Vikings still have 10 games left in the regular season. They have a chance to get back in the Derby, but they need to kickstart my heart. They need to do that, and the best way to do that is to fire Zimmer. Why delay the inevitable? And it could give the Vikings the jolt they need to move on and do some good things this season and into the future. So we're at that point. Now, will the Vikings do it? We'll see. But your thoughts on our thoughts. 4 reasons why the Vikings need to fire Zimmer right now. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.